Many people out there suspect Meghan used surrogate mothers to give birth to Archie and Lilibet. There are many reasons why people do. Let's look at some facts. Meghan's age. It's not uncommon, especially for people of means. It had widely been reported prior to her marriage she had eggs frozen for Archie instead of using royal doctors and hospitals. They used the UK's #1 hospital for surrogacy. This is also the hospital in London where sperm donation, all 6 donors, go. She used fake bumps. It was a huge trend. You have a perfect bump, then magically you lose so much weight in a short period of time. Superwoman. The press got a hold of Archie's birth certificate a few weeks after he was born. Reportedly, Harry provided the information for the certificate 11 days after his son's birth. It's perfectly within the law. The certificate states that Archie Mountbatten Windsor was born at the Portland Hospital. That's a private maternity in London. When the news got out, a spokeswoman for the hospital sent generic well wishes without linking the Sussexes to the hospital. Huge congratulations to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex on the birth of baby Archie. The spokeswoman said she couldn't comment because of confidentiality, so little else was known. But 3 years after Archie's birth, Meghan spoke about it in a Netflix show. Meghan related several things. For instance, she explained why she'd not given birth at St Mary's Hospital, where most royal women deliver their babies. The birth certificate of Archie Harrelson Mountbatten Windsor, he was born at Portland Hospital in London. The certificate states the full names and profession of his parents, and says he was registered on May 17, 2019, 11 days after his birth. Archie's birth certificate was unearthed by the press. It cites Portland Hospital as the place of birth. Harry provided the information for the certificate. Meghan said it was because I had a very long-standing relationship with my doctor, and that's who I trusted with my pregnancy. Her doctor was based at the Portland, she said. That's why Meghan delivered her baby there. The thing is, that's how things work in the US, not in the UK. In the US, doctors are tied to particular hospitals and don't attend elsewhere. But in the UK, a private doctor can attend any hospital. A parenting coach from the UK has weighed in. The coach helps the clients during births and knows how the hospitals work, including the Portland. All of those are private doctors. They'll go to whichever hospital you want to deliver. The doctors don't specifically work out of one hospital or another. In her 2022 Netflix show, the Duchess also disclosed she'd been apprehensive about giving birth. She was 37 at the time, so her pregnancy was considered high risk. Meghan, I'd been really worried about going into that labour because I'm older and I didn't know if I'd have to have a C-section. It's been pointed out online by Portland Hospital Midwife that the maternity she chose, Portland, doesn't have an emergency department, and it's true. It's legal in the UK for a private specialised hospital. The hospital in which most royals deliver their babies, St Mary's, does have an emergency department. Meghan also explained recently why she didn't pose with a newborn outside the hospital. In the Oprah interview in 2021, she said she hadn't done it because she was scared for Archie's safety. In the Netflix series 2022, she gave a different explanation. Meghan now says she'd wanted to pose with the baby outside the hospital, but had been told it's impossible. We can't barricade the streets, and it would pose a threat to the emergency room because you'd have to take the photo there. Another royal gave birth at the Portland years ago, Sarah Ferguson, aka Fergie, the Duchess of York. She was the Queen's daughter-in-law. Sarah had her 2 daughters at the Portland in 1988 and 1990. Both times she posed outside the hospital for the photographers.